Welcome back. Well, Chris Ramirez is here with Women's Christian Connection. Well, thank you for joining us. Very nice to have you back.
Thank you. And as we were saying earlier, I've never been able to be with you. I've been with Kim, so it's kind of fun to be with another gal.
Okay,
Very
well,
fun.
yep, we'll just do the show here and see how it goes.
Wonderful.
So tell me a little bit about the Christian Women's Connection and what you guys provide.
Okay. Christian Women's Connection is under the umbrella organization or ministry of Stonecroft.
Okay.
That's what we call the parent organization. They're located in the Kansas City, Missouri area. Stonecroft was started under some different titles. They picked up the name of Stonecroft by the property they purchased for their headquarters, which had a little Stonecroft indicator on that property. So to look that up and the history behind it is really fascinating, which I won't get into right now. But the lady that founded this group was a young woman, a young stay-at-home mother, and her husband was a banker, and she wanted to start having some groups come together of gals because she was used to being busy. Her dad and her family had been part of a ministry,
right,
and gone across the country. Well, her name is Helen Duff Baugh, and she's no longer here. But this group got started, and it became kind of a local California thing, and then it spread rapidly. It's gone across the country. It's actually international.
Wow.
And this is another really dynamic year for Stonecroft. We've had some new leadership. And so it's a wonderful way to come together with other ladies of any background. It's just a good place to meet women. And here locally in this area, we have the Laguna Woods Village group that comes together on a monthly basis.
Okay.
And it is designed for residents and their guests. And when we've been on before, we always like to put out the invitation. If you've never come, if you've never been a part of this, just to start it off, if you like good food at a reasonable cost, Tomas Catering does a wonderful buffet for $14.
Okay.
You're going to find ladies that are probably maybe some neighbors. Again, it gets announced every month in the paper, the Globe.
Okay.
And it indicates pretty much the same thing we're going to talk about today that's indicated on the flyer. And it's one of those things where once you get going, you don't have to commit to coming every month, but usually ladies get involved, or they just like seeing some gals that they see, and they like to come along. They enjoy the program. I'm just going to kind of skip right along.
Sure.
The reservation cutoff is usually the day before the luncheon, and our luncheon this month is a week from today. It is on a Tuesday every month. It's the third Tuesday.
The third Tuesday, and that will be January 21st. Is that correct? That's what your flyer says.
Yes, it is.
So, okay,
Yes,
perfect.
it is.
Just
Yes,
want to
it
make
is.
sure. Okay, good.
I've been part of the local group here for a couple of years. I found out about this particular group, the Women's Connection, as I call it, Christian Women's Connection, up in the Big Bear area.
Oh.
Which was a different, and I'm actually still involved with that as well.
Okay.
So sometimes I got to kind of keep my dates and my information straight from one group to the next. But it's a wonderful group of women locally. You make wonderful friendships. We like to have fun at our luncheons. The program is set. We start promptly at 11:45. So those of you that come, we ask you to be there by 11:30 to get registered. We take the donation, the money amount for the luncheon. They're on site. You can make, but we ask you to call for a reservation.
Okay.
And especially if you're going to bring somebody. We like to highlight our people that come for the first time. We call them first timers. We like to acknowledge, give them a little gift. We also do a raffle gift each month as well.
Okay, well that's awesome. And then you have this particular luncheon, you have a guest speaker, Darlene Incondo, and she is an author and business owner, and she's presenting Family Insights. Whose kid are you? What's kind of the premise around that?
Well, I'm going to find out, because this will be my first time to hear her.
Oh, okay.
I believe she's a little bit one of our newer speaker. Our speakers are trained with a certain type of a presentation.
Sure.
And for some, they can get their what they're going to share done with the guidance of our leadership locally.
Okay.
But it's it comes down from headquarters.
Gotcha.
And so they have a certain format, and they can get it together in a couple of months, and some ladies, it may take them a year or 2 years. So everybody has a different story in getting their presentation together.
Okay.
But I'm looking forward to hearing Darlene, because I've not heard her. And between going to 2 or 3 groups that sometimes you get to see a lot of the speakers, and sometimes they overlap and you see them more than
Right,
once.
okay.
But so I'm looking forward to her, and this being our 2020
Right.
kickoff January luncheon,
Yes,
leap
okay.
year on top of it. So
Right.
it's going to be a great year, really fun.
It is. All right, well, let's identify again when it's going to be. It'll be the 3rd Tuesday of this month, which will be a week from today. So that's next Tuesday.
Yes.
January 21st from 11:45. That'll be in Clubhouse 7. And if you want to make a reservation, you want us to call Darlene Carpenter at 949-583-1591. And if they want to know more history about where you guys are from, you could go to stonecroft.org.
That's right.
So you can learn a little bit more about that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you. Let me just pop in on one more thing.
Okay.
One of the things that we really emphasize is our special features.
Okay.
And that has to do usually with either a musical presentation or a local business person. And this time it's going to be this delightful Bird of Paradise recorder quintet.
Oh.
Again, I've not heard them, but I understand there's a celloist as well as 4 that play the recorder.
Okay, great.
So a very, very fun thing. And we just, again, we want to invite all the people that are regulars as well as some that have never heard of it and maybe want to step out and try it for the first time. I think they'll be pleasantly surprised. Good food, good fellowship, and
Sounds great.
ladies.
Like a fun, it's
It
going to be a
is.
fun-filled buffet luncheon. Awesome.
It really is. So.
All right, well, thank you very much.